justice is finally served. It took 90 million years.
Seriously.
I'm kind of unhappy with the result a little bit, but yeah, Eric Holder has been officially found guilty. No surprise there. They have him on video killing somebody, so you know, I think everybody knew who the person was and who was guilty of it, but now the jury, you know, made it clear that they're the ones that he's the one that did it. So let me go over the article quick. I was actually reading this one, but they didn't mention the jury selection.
And first-degree charges.
So the jury returned the guilty verdict in an L.A. courtroom Wednesday, about 3 weeks after the trial began. He was found guilty of first-degree murder for killing Nipsey. Holder shot 2 other people during the murder. He was found guilty of 2 counts of attempted voluntarily manslaughter and 2 guilty counts of assault with a firearm and guilty of possession of a firearm by a felon. He was found not guilty of premeditated attempted murder. So he faces a maximum of life in prison.
How's that not premeditated?
When I read that, it says premeditated attempted murder. So those people that he tried to kill, they're saying he didn't premeditate them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I don't know if that applies to all of them, but it says premeditated attempted murder. Obviously, he murdered Nipsey, didn't attempt to murder Nipsey. I mean, he wanted to murder him, but an attempt is trying to versus actually doing it, and he actually did it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. It was premeditated. Everything's premeditated to me, regardless. Life in prison, you could say, is justice, but I think most people wanted a death penalty, which I don't know if or California does. Let me see. Does Cali have? I don't know if California has the death penalty.
I mean, life in prison is a good, man. Shit, he's going to suffer there for the rest of his life. It's done. His life's over.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
But I'm sure let's see if he can survive in there for the rest of his life. That's another thing.
Yeah, so there is capital punishment there. So, yeah, he could have got a death penalty.
Oh, they do have that in Cali?
Yeah, from
Okay.
what I'm seeing.
Not surprised, Cali.
So, I don't know, man. About damn time it's finished. Took way too long. That's the best way to describe this. Way too long. I understand COVID. I understand, judicial systems takes a while. Hopefully the Dolph situation doesn't take this long and they actually figure it out within a year or at least a year and a half. But yeah, I don't know how his family feels. I wonder what their reaction is. They're probably not really surprised that he got life.
Did the family ever say what they wanted?
No.
Never.
No, Black Sam just said they're just giving him updates. They didn't say what they wanted. So, yeah, Boozy was talking about on Vlad TV. He was he mentioned how Nipsey always looked out for him when he went to L.A. He gave him bulletproof cars. Just looked out for him whenever he was in L.A. You need anything, blah, blah, blah. And they would always talk. Whenever they talked, it wasn't just about music. It was about business and life. That's everybody, though. Everybody says that about Nipsey. Every time they talked, it just wasn't about music. It was about more things. That's Nipsey in general. That's just his conversations. It was never just one specific thing. With artists, sometimes it's just music, get music done, and boom, boom, finished.
Right.
With him, it's more. It's always been more. So, yeah, he said he always looked out for him when he went to L.A. and made sure he's good when he's out there. So, yeah, man, at least, who knows down the line if Eric Holder is going to do an interview and people are going to talk to him about his kind of side of things. I'm surprised more people don't interview the actual killers.
Yeah, that
And
would be
just-
interesting to interview him just to see what the hell's going through his mind.
If he wants to do an interview, you can't really force. And if they allow them to do an interview with him. So that's another thing, too. So that's why it's an issue usually. Some people don't want to do the interview, and then if they do want to do the interview, they want to get paid, and then it goes into a whole situation, and they want money because, their stories is going to get all kinds of headlines. So, you got to pay them the family, and then how much money do they want? Is it a good amount? A lot of shit goes into this. So, regardless, whatever excuse he has for murdering somebody is not an excuse. It's not valid. It's not going to be valid at all. I don't care what
Definitely.
Nipsey said. I don't care if Nipsey didn't put your hands on his hands on him. So there's no reason to be murdering anybody. If your life is not threatened in any way, you have no reason to murder somebody. I don't care what they say to you.
Yeah.
So any excuse that he had, unless he thought Nipsey was trying to kill him, which doesn't make any sense if you look at the video. So, yeah, that's it for this, and we're going to see what he officially gets sentenced with. So I'm sure that's up to the judge. It says no visible or audible reaction from Holder in court. The verdict means he will face an indeterminate sentence that could lean towards life, though he will eventually be eligible for parole under California's elder parole law. So he's looking at life, but the judge can determine what kind of sentence to give him. And then once he gets old, really old, the law protects him, the elder parole law. So when he gets really old, he'll be able to chance to go on parole.
What age is that? Is it probably
No, it
60?
just doesn't say anything. But I mean, whatever's elder. Elder is usually 65 and above. That's usually an elder.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, he has a chance to. I don't think he'll want to be out, honestly. If he does, ain't nobody gonna forget what he did. At 65, being out in the streets, that's the wrong time to be back. Yeah, man, 2 lives changed and forever wasted.
Okay, so it says it's at least 20 years and reaching 50 years of age, or being incarcerated at least 25 years and reaching 60 years of age.
I don't know how old he's 31 or 30 something. Eric Holder's something 30. I don't know how old he is.
Okay, so if he's
Let's just say he's 30.
30,
Yeah,
that means he has to be there at least 55 years old.
yeah. So that's
Right.
not bad. Getting out at 55, you get parole. That ain't
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, 55 is not that old.
Yeah, it's not that bad at 55.
Like, it's
getting out.
old, but
You still got like if you live a decent, healthy life.
which he probably will in prison, working out, like, you know.
Nah, the food there is disgusting.
I mean,
It's about what you
usually
eat,
a lot
too.
of people in shape and shit.
Nah, there's a lot of people catch cancer in there and die because the food's disgusting. They got like
Hopefully he
processed.
catches that.
No, I mean I don't want this guy to be free. I don't want this guy to live.
No,
honestly,
yeah.
this guy doesn't deserve that shit. They deserve to shit on a plate and feed it to him as food. That's what shit with corn in it. You know, when you eat corn, the corn doesn't get out of your shit. It's actually in your shit still. That's what they should do. Eat a bunch of corn, shit in his plate, and force him to eat it. I mean, hey, man.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, you do this kind of nasty
suck.
stuff, then you get nasty stuff done to you. Throw shit all over the walls and have him sleep in feces.